Tell me, dear listener, have you ever wandered deep into shadowed forests, where silence weighs heavy, and every rustling leaf whispers of unseen horrors? Have you felt dread coil tightly around your heart at the scratching sound of something creeping closer through the underbrush? Gather near the fire, for tonight I speak of the terror known as Ōmukade, the giant centipede of Japanese legend, a beast from which even the bravest samurai recoil. It began centuries ago in the mountainous wilds of ancient Japan, in shadowed valleys cloaked by mist and superstition. Legend whispers of Ōmukade, a monstrous centipede as immense as the tallest pine, with 1,000 legs like black iron, each claw tipped with venom potent enough to fell armies. Its eyes burn like embers, piercing through the soul, glowing fiercely in eternal hunger. But dear listener, know this: Ōmukade does not merely hunt flesh, it feeds upon fear itself. Its strength lies not only in its vast size or venomous bite, but in its relentless, patient nature. The creature can wait decades, hidden beneath rocks, coiled around mountain caves, emerging only when the moon bleeds red, driven by an insatiable desire for prey and terror. Yet even such a beast has its weaknesses. Ōmukade fears only one thing: pure steel purified in sacred flame, wielded by a warrior of unwavering heart. Courage and purity are its bane. It recoils from bravery, crumbling before honor. But such heroes, as you might guess, are rare indeed. Listen carefully now, as I recount 3 harrowing tales of those who faced the horror of Ōmukade and paid the price. First, the tale of the lost village of Akamori. One spring night, villagers awoke to screams echoing from the woods. Men armed with torches ventured forth but returned pale and speechless, haunted by visions too horrific for words. Livestock vanished overnight. Soon villagers disappeared, one by one, leaving only trails of dark venom behind, hissing softly as it burned into the earth. When samurai finally came, they discovered the village deserted, except for one final survivor, a young woman named Ayumi. She spoke feverishly of a nightmare creature, whispering through cracked lips, 1,000 legs, 1,000 eyes, always watching, always hungry. They found her the next morning, dead from fear alone, her body untouched but her eyes wide with eternal terror. Ōmukade had claimed her without laying a single claw upon her flesh. Now the second tale of the warrior Hideyoshi. Renowned for his bravery, Hideyoshi vowed to slay the monster after it ravaged his ancestral land. Armed with a sacred sword blessed by monks and purified in sacred flame, he ventured deep into the forest, following venomous trails toward its lair. The earth trembled beneath massive legs as Ōmukade emerged from its cave, hissing venom steaming in moonlight. Hideyoshi stood firm, steel gleaming. The battle was fierce, blade flashing, venom splashing. Twice the monster recoiled, wounded by pure metal, shrieking fury into the night. Victory seemed near. But listener, the beast is cunning. Ōmukade whispered dark truths, mocking the warrior's past, his fears, his hidden shames. Hideyoshi faltered, heart wavering. In that instant, the centipede struck. Hideyoshi vanished beneath writhing legs, consumed not only by venom, but by the crushing weight of doubt and despair. His sword remains lodged deep within the monster's hide, a grim reminder that bravery must never falter, lest evil seize that fleeting hesitation. Finally, listen closely to the most terrifying tale, the prophecy of the Crimson Moon. An ancient scroll, hidden in a forgotten temple, spoke of a night when the sky would burn red, and Ōmukade would rise unchecked, driven mad by hunger and fury. Villagers laughed at first, until the skies darkened, bleeding scarlet hues across the heavens. On that cursed night, Ōmukade crawled forth, enormous and unstoppable venom, dripping freely as it devoured entire villages whole. Warriors stood their ground bravely, yet fell helplessly, steel failing, courage crumbling. Yet one frail monk named Tetsuo alone dared face the creature, not with weapons, but with prayers and unwavering resolve. Approaching slowly, unarmed but fearless, Tetsuo recited ancient mantras, binding the monster in a circle of purity and faith. Ōmukade hissed, screamed, raged, but could not touch him. But humans, dear listener, are flawed. One villager, terrified, broke the sacred circle, fleeing in panic. In an instant, Ōmukade's power returned and vengeance followed swiftly. Tetsuo fell, his courage not enough to save others from their own fear. The beast retreated at dawn, sated temporarily, yet forever hungering for that next crimson moon, when no mortal courage would remain strong enough to bind its wrath again. And so, what is Ōmukade's true purpose, you ask? Perhaps it is merely a guardian of balance, reminding humanity of its frailty and pride. Or perhaps it is vengeance embodied, punishing those who waver from courage and honor. Its personality is merciless yet patient, cruel yet calculating. It thrives on fear, drawing strength from every trembling heartbeat, every whispered prayer for deliverance. But remember its weakness: purity of heart, courage unfaltering, steel sanctified by faith. Yet who among us truly possesses these virtues unwaveringly? For fear lives deep within us all. Tell me, listener, as the firelight fades and shadows dance closer, would your courage remain steadfast in the face of 1,000 legs, 1,000 hungry eyes watching from the darkness? Or would you too falter, consumed by the silent dread coiling around your heart? Beware, traveler, for beneath these mountains dwells Ōmukade, the crawling horror of legend. Heed my words well, lest you become its next feast. Yet tell me, can any heart truly remain pure when faced with the living embodiment of fear itself? And when you next hear a rustle in the shadows, will you not wonder, is Ōmukade watching you, waiting patiently beneath your feet?